Good
Hey,
morning.
Coach
Good morning.
Betancourt. Good morning.
How are you? How are you today?
Doing good. Doing good. I appreciate everyone's. We're shifting our time an hour earlier so we can jump on a coaching call with our organization at 10. So we wanted to pivot our times down to 9:30 this morning. Why not start off with some nice coaching tips by myself and yourself? First thing on a Monday morning.
Yes, that's right. So we're, in the series that we've been doing, covering our 12-week coaching platform and template. This week, we just covered week 3. We just ended week 3,
Yep.
And week 3 is exciting. Week 4 is coming up, but last week was very much about scripts and role playing.
Scripting and role playing, it's a good topic because it's something people are scared of, yet everybody should be doing.
Right. Yes. The more you practice, obviously, you'll know how to handle those conversations with customers. There are a few things more uncomfortable than when, a customer asks you a question that you're not prepared to answer and you're fumbling for words and you don't know what to say. So it's really important to practice these with, you can have an accountability partner. Your team can, schedule some role playing times, but it's definitely important you could even, role play and script practice with your spouse, if you're married or dating. So definitely something that we should all be practicing. So that way the words just flow off of our tongues smoothly, effortlessly.
I've had agents tell me I've been in the business for a couple of years. I don't need script practicing or role playing, and I've been doing this 20 years, and I've never done script practicing, and that's something I would love to get involved in, just to even sound more eloquent with the words that are coming out of my mouth as far as a listing presentation or the objections are going to come up. Well, you charge X, but the guy down the street will do it for Y, or what about this house? And it's the role playing, my version of it is learning the words to use, not reading, let's just say on this book is a line of words that you should say, here's the word, here's a sentence, here's the answer, here's the answer. You don't go through and read those word for word. You create your own words with it, and everyone's going to have a different answer. It's the concept and the theory of, creating your own version of it.
Being prepared. I mean, the whole thing when you have a goal of doing more transactions, and every year the transaction count of your goal continues to grow, you have to become more efficient because, in coaching, I talk with agents of all levels of production, and they all feel super busy. They can be doing 5 deals a year and they feel just as busy as someone who's doing 75 deals a year. And so the trick is, as you become more experienced, you become more efficient, more systematized. And this is just another way to improve your efficiency with your scripts and making sure you cover every detail that you want to cover and make sure you address every talking point that you want to get addressed in all of those conversations.
No, exactly. That's a good thing. And, it's if you can get out the right words, it's going to help. And I mean, some teams that I know have 7 a.m. script and role play practice, and they pick a topic of the week. We're going to talk on FSBOs. We're going to talk on expires. We're going to talk on getting approved with our lender, our local lender versus Quicken Loans, or one of the online guys, or why working with us. There's a conversation about why work with our team and the value proposition of our team, or the listing presentation, why to hire us, and how to get your presentation down shorter, and answer the objections up front. What are the objections? You learn that stuff through role playing and practicing.
Yes, frequently asked questions from the customer, knowing not to get just tied up and fumbled up in a presentation. Something that Michael Hellickson talks about a lot is if someone asks you a question that you're not prepared for, let them know that you'll be getting to that. It's coming up. So
yeah.
And be prepared for that answer, but don't, when you're doing a listing presentation, get through your listing presentation. Don't get fumbled up. If you get asked questions, just have a time at the end where you're going to answer all the questions and address all of those. So you stay on task and you stay, just in sync with what you've been practicing.
Right. Well, I think a lot of it is we're getting to that point. And I've got that on my next, can be discussing that here momentarily or something. As you're walking into the front door, people ask, well, how old's the roof? We haven't even seen the house yet. And you're asking how old the roof is. Let's get through the house. We'll find, and as we get to the garage, we can see the age of the AC or something. They want to know everything now, but you've got to have them follow the plan. And if you start deviating from your conversation of how you like to run it, then it's going to start messing you up. But you learn through scripting and everything how to keep the conversation going the way you like to.
And exactly, all the high producers, they're very systematic about what they say, how they say, what they don't say. So there's definitely a rhyme and a reason for how people handle all types of conversations, from just a regular home showing to a listing presentation, and to being very specific about specific objections, like, fill in the blank with any objection that you can come up with.
Yeah, this is kind of a side topic, but you ever go to the seminars where you're, it's a 3-hour program, and the guy starts at 1:10, 1:15, and it's ending at 3 or 4, and somehow he always knows the conversation of how to have it to end right at the break at 2:30, and he starts back at 2:45 and picks right back up, and he always ends right at 3:30 for that half an hour Q&A at the end. He has done the presentation so many times. He can run that 3-hour seminar and, know when he's going to, the allotted time for questions and the allotted time for things. And it's because they speak it so much in the mirror and, to understand how it flows. And they watch themselves, if you see it being recorded, they're recording for themselves so they can learn the things that they haven't, that they did wrong, or how to improve what they're doing.
Yes. Practice. So, for anyone out there who is looking for like an accountability partner or someone to practice with, let us know. We have others that same thing, they form groups and practice scripts, so we can plug you in if that's what you're looking for. We also have, over the years, we collect our favorite scripts and our favorite objection handlers. And so if that's something that you're interested in, let us know as well, and we can share that.
So I know you guys do your morning huddles. Do you guys do role playing on your team?
I would periodically. I would say about once a month. That's the focus. Is that so? And it usually comes out in conversation. So, hey, how would you handle this? Or yesterday I spoke with a customer and they said this, and I didn't really know what to say. And so either there on the huddle or on the following huddle or on the next training, we'll use that as the topic to discuss and go over it with everyone on the call. That's how we handle it. But there's lots of different ways.
Yeah, we do the same thing. It's a lot of the times it's at our meetings about, scenarios that have happened with people. If you're looking for like true role playing where you got accountability partner every Wednesday at 7 a.m., there's a lot of places to find agents that are wanting to do that, or we can help, get you in the right direction there. That's a big thing, is having that person you can keep bouncing the ideas off of, who's doing the business and running the system as well.
Yep. Club Wealth also offers a daily script practice meeting on their platform as well. So that's
awesome.
Really handy.
Awesome. Yeah, it's just one more thing. So, and the last part of what we had learned in this track was the book Go for No. If you guys haven't read it, it's a great short read, and it's all about how many no's to get to that yes. And you want to keep diving in the conversations to rebut anything they have, and that's going for the word no. And it's like because so many no's will get you to a yes. And if you look at expireds and FSBOs guys, they're calling 100 people to get 10 people to answer the phone to get one appointment. So it's the more times you can get the no's out there, the more times you're going to get to a yes and feel more comfortable with it.
I like how they say yes is the destination and no is how you get there.
Yep.
That's
it's a good analogy for it. It's written by Richard Fenton and Andrea Waltz. It's a great book. I've read it a couple of times, and it's definitely a good read. And like I said, it's a short read, so if it's something you probably read it over your lunchtime.
Yeah. So, what's cool is this week 3 was all about scripts and role playing. Week 2 was all about time management. And week 1 was organizing your database. And the week that we have coming up, week 4, is all about social media. So this is a 12-week program. It's super comprehensive, super, it's excellent. And we'll be restarting it again once we get past week 12 here. So for anyone interested in signing up, what's the cost, Todd?
Right now we've got it as nothing. I mean, we're paying for it, so we're providing it back to you guys as a value for zero right now.
So yes. Yeah. Yep, we're taking anyone who's interested in joining us on the following 12-week program when we get started there. We can put your info down to get started with that. So, but upcoming, there should be exciting social media is coming up. So that's
always love to learn new ideas on the social media side because it's forever changing, and the things that we do, we want to add to it because the more you can get your face out there, the more clients are going to see you, and the more you're going to get calls back.
Yep, and we have our group call today at 3:30, so that'll be cool to reconnect with everyone again. Yep. So that's really it for today. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate it, guys. You have an awesome week ahead.
Take care.
Take care.